Hello and welcome to Neurospatial Linguistics, a career seminar for the NSL Integrative Design Certification, a NeuroDesign and Consciousness program. Become a pioneer on the leading edge of the mind and design. This is for prospective practitioners, students, and professionals. We see design as a viable approach to optimal well-being and human flourishing, integrating neurodesign and consciousness into the design, coaching, and wellness practices and professions. Based in epigenetics, neuroscience, human ecology, and higher consciousness. Hello and welcome. I am Kimberly Garner, founder of the School of Holistic Design, pioneer of neurospatial linguistics. For the last 25 plus years, I've studied and researched the influence of the built environment on human flourishing. And after searching graduate programs in the field of mind and design and coming up short, I began creating my own field of study, which has become the curriculum for the NSL Integrative Design and Consciousness programs. My work has been featured in Origin Magazine, Mind Body Green, Homes and Gardens, Psychologies, Mantra Wellness, Design Mom, Authority Magazine, and several others that I just couldn't fit on this page. So I want to say thank you so much for being here. And as a token of my gratitude, I have a special bonus offer that I have included at the end of this presentation, which will be about 45 minutes. So stay until the end because I have something really extra special to offer. So you are in the right place if you are intrigued by the concept of our home, our mind, and our desire, holding a hidden potential for our life, and interested in creating a career or adding this fascinating field that's on the forefront of design and human flourishing to your existing practice. You're in the right place if you're interested in differentiating your practice in a way that inspires and empowers greater meaning and fulfillment for your clients while facilitating the actualization of their desired outcomes with greater effectiveness and ease by better utilizing the space of their home. You're in the right place if you want to become a pioneer on the forefront of design, the mind, and higher consciousness, learning a precise yet customizable methodology for reading, assessing, and guiding the curative process of optimizing one's home into a personal sanctuary which supports and addresses client immediate and long-term objectives. So, a little bit more about me. I am a mama with 2 kiddos. We live off the grid on a tiny island between the United States and Canada. I collect sunlight for power, wood for heat, and rain for water. We have 1 dog, 10 chickens, and a bunny. Some of my favorite things to do are trail running in the forest, lying on the ground under the trees, and swimming in the sea. My favorite food is butter. And we live on top of a little mountain up a 4-wheel drive road that is kind of crazy. We don't have switchbacks. We just go straight up the road, and sometimes we get snowed in. So those are a few fun facts about me. So I thought I'd take a moment to share a little bit about me and my story. I don't want to spend too much time talking about myself. I really don't like talking about myself, but just to give you a little bit of context for who I am and how this came to be. So in my early 20s, I found myself on sort of a mystic's path, searching for personal meaning and hoping for an understanding of why I'm here and what's my purpose. I studied under spiritual teachers and wandered around the world and spent a lot of time in nature, diving into the depths of self. And as I look back, I was so clearly guided to this place all along. So, for the better part of the last 25 years, I've studied, researched, and intersected the fields of design, science, and soul. I'm inspired by the complementary nature of epigenetics, neuroscience, human ecology, and simply being human. And with these, I've developed a science-based, soul-centered, and results-oriented approach to human flourishing that's grounded in design and desire. And I'm so excited to share it with you. So my passion lives in translating the language between our environment, architectural spaces in the mind in a way that supports overall well being, inspires one's ideals, and empowers authentic self perception and higher consciousness. I developed this body of work, which offers a methodology for navigating that interconnected nature between our home, our mind, and those patterns and circumstances showing up in our life. Okay, so what can you expect over the next 45 minutes? Let's dive into it. We're going to look at the core concepts of neurospatial linguistics, the relationship between our home and our mind, the connection between what's going on in our home and what's showing up in our life. We're going to take a quick look at Manifesting 101. We're going to look at home as an opportunity to support, encourage, and even accelerate our desires and intentions to fruition. We're going to look at why neurospatial linguistics is relevant as a career path for the design, coaching, and wellness industries. We're going to look at the versatility of neurospatial linguistics as a career path and how neurospatial linguistics and the NSL Integrative Design program works and what you can expect from the program, and then how to enroll and choose the best pricing option for you. Let's take a moment to get a sense for the power of our home. So I'd like to do a little experiment together. And I'm going to show you a couple of slides. And so I just want you to get comfortable. I want you to get present. And I just want you to focus on what you see. And we're going to spend a couple minutes with each slide. Okay? Here we go. I want you to take a moment and just absorb this image. I want you to imagine that this is where you're going to spend the next 3 weeks. And how this space, waking up, spending all day, going to bed here, how this space is going to influence you on a cellular level, on a physiological level, on a psychological level, and energetic level. How this space is going to impact your outlook on life, your personality, your behaviors, your sense of self. So just take a moment to take in this space and feel being there, sitting on the cot, sitting at the table, looking out the barred window. And take that in. Okay, now I'm going to save you. I saved the best for last. So now imagine that this is where you're going to spend the next 3 weeks. You've got this incredible little oceanfront bungalow, and your bedroom doors open up to this inviting view. And this is where you spend your days, doing whatever you want, swimming in the sea, reading a book, spending time with the one you love most. You get to do whatever you want. Listen to the sounds of the waves and the ocean and the birds and the palms blowing in the wind. Imagine what being here would do for you on a cellular level, a physiological level, a psychological level, and energetic levels. Imagine how your outlook and your attitude would shift waking up and spending your days in this space. After looking at those two slides, you can see that our environment informs a broad spectrum of experience, and we're under the influence of whatever our environment communicates, whether we realize it or not. And that was a very extreme example of this spectrum of experience, but you feel it like you felt it on a visceral level. And this is the significance of our environment. Thinking about your own life and your own home, where does your home fit on the scale of experience? And how might your home better support and encourage your needs, your wants, and your greater sense of well-being? So grab your pen and paper and ask yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, how well does your home support your overall well-being? On that same scale, how do the rooms in your home support your lifestyle, your needs, and your wants? And again, look at your entry, your living room, your kitchen, your bedroom, and your bathroom. And write down on the scale of 1 to 10, how well does my entry support my lifestyle, my needs, and my wants? How well does my living room or lounge support my lifestyle, my needs, my wants? And do that same exercise for your kitchen, your bedroom, and your bathroom. I want you to recognize an important element about our home and our well being. Our home sets the baseline for our well being. And so this means that our home is actually determining or undermining our baseline for well being. And when our home supports our lifestyle, when our home supports and echoes those ideals and aspirations, we're elevating our baseline of well being, which is opening up an entirely new expansiveness for what we experience in our life, what we perceive as possible within our mind, because our home is supporting the core level of our well being. Okay. So it's a fabulous opportunity for enhancing not only our well being, but specific areas of our life. What if you discovered a simple and effective approach for moving your home into greater alignment with your desires, intentions, and values in a way that helped instigate immediate, meaningful, and beneficial transformation with lasting results? What if this method helped you inspire and empower the lives of others by simply better utilizing the space of their home so it became their canvas and catalyst for beneficial experiences and outcomes? What if you can fundamentally enhance the lives of your clients, helping them to achieve their objectives and deeper desires by simply adapting the space of their home in a specific way, but subtle, so it encourages a restructuring of their thoughts, feelings, self-perception, and subconscious belief system? What if this method also helped regulate the nervous system, elevate the baseline for optimal well-being, support mental peace of mind, promote self-confidence, help focus attention, bring greater self-understanding, help create greater ease regardless of life circumstances, bring deeper awareness of intentions, and empower routines and habits? This is the power of neurospatial linguistics in the NSL Integrative Design program. What is neurospatial linguistics? Simply put, neurospatial linguistics is the language of home. It's the messaging of the architectural and design elements within our space and how the layout and arrangement communicates with the mind and nervous system, ultimately influencing and perpetuating how we think, feel, and behave. Neurospatial linguistics is a bit of a mouthful, so let's break it down a little bit. Neurospatial linguistics. Neuro is the mind-body connection. It has to do with our psyche and our nervous system. Spatial is our environment and what we perceive with our five senses. Linguistics is our perception and how we translate our environment into meaning. It's the language and how we translate that communication between our senses and our environment and our mind. The language and interplay occurring between our home, our mind, and our nervous system carry direct implications on our behavior, our experience, and our outcomes. And our home offers a therapeutic opportunity for elevating both immediate and long-term experience while supporting and accelerating our deeply held desires and personal potential. NSL Integrative Design is our interdisciplinary approach, which combines fundamentals from epigenetics, neuroscience, cognitive science, anthropology, and human ecology, intersecting those principles with fundamentals of design and consciousness in a way that cultivates optimal well being on cellular, mental, emotional, psychological, and energetic levels. And so it's important to make a note that when I speak to NeuroDesign, it is not referencing the brain. I am not a neuroscientist. When I speak to NeuroDesign, it is specifically about the mind and the nervous system and how we use design and this language between our mind and our environment to create optimal environments, to create optimal experiences. Our home is the missing link because there's an interconnected relationship that exists between what's going on in our home, what's going on within our mind, and what's showing up in our life. And it's important that we use this interconnectedness to our advantage so that in unison, our environment and our mind encourage more of what we actually want. And we can do that. If we want to improve any aspect of our life, our home is offering us clues and solutions. Our home is telling our story and it's communicating a narrative. And so, if there's something going on in our outer life, there's something in our home that is reflecting that same story, that's reflecting that narrative. So, we really want to bring our curiosity into what is my home communicating about my life and what clues or solutions might it be offering me. Neurodesign is less about how a space looks, it's more about how a space feels, and it has everything to do with how our environment inspires more of what we want and that inner innate brilliance within us. Is neurospatial linguistics interior design? No, absolutely no. Does it use the interior space of home in a more optimal, curated experience? Yes, but this is not interior design. This field is fabulous for people in the design industry because we're working with the space of home, we're optimizing the space of home, but this is not interior design. Do you need to have design experience? No, not at all. If you have design experience, if you are a designer, you're going to find this work really helpful and it's going to make a lot of sense. It's intuitive across the board. It's our home, it's our environment, it's our connection with our environment. But it does not require any design experience at all. We view design more from a human ecology lens and how we adapt the environment of home in a way which supports, encourages, and even accelerates our desired experience, outcomes, and promoting our ability to thrive and evolve into our higher potential. And so we're I'm really wanting to shift this concept of design away from the model of like how a space should look in a magazine or whatever. And it's really about every single one of us has access to design when it's how we adapt our environment to create the best experience and outcomes that we want. So when you think of design, it's how we adapt our space, how we optimize our space, how we create environments that help us flourish and thrive and evolve. We focus on understanding the environmental and design implications of home and how our environment influences our mind, nervous system, behavior, and overall well being. And then using this knowledge to curate spaces which promote positive experience and outcomes. Neurospatial linguistics is grounded in the work of Aristotle, Abraham Maslow, Carl Jung, Joseph Campbell, Bruce Lipton, Christopher Alexander, and Bill Plotkin. Let's go into some of the science behind NSL Integrative Design. Neurospatial linguistics and science. So our methodology and philosophy and ethos are based in epigenetics, neuroscience, cognitive science, anthropology, human ecology, and quantum mechanics. Understanding the role our home plays within our mind and the correlating circumstances of our life is where we begin to heal, flourish, and reach our higher potential. Our home is the missing link, unlocking potential, possibility, and probability. How do we reach our objectives and desires if our primary environment is perpetuating certain beliefs and behavioral patterns, which are the very things holding us back from what we want? How do we help others reach their objectives and desires if their primary environment is perpetuating certain beliefs and behavioral patterns, which are inadvertently holding them back? How does a life coach help inspire and instigate desired change if their client's home silently perpetuates stuck cycles, beliefs, storylines, and behaviors, holding them back from what they want? How does the therapist help their clients enjoy inner peace and develop emotional progress when their home potentially communicates the opposite, holding them in narratives from their pain or past? How does the designer create spaces which support, encourage, and even accelerate the desired experiences or outcomes of their client? How does the physician or health practitioner help their patients heal if the environment of their home reflects and promotes stress, congestion, and toxic feedback for the nervous system? How does the relationship therapist help clients heal and strengthen their bond if the environment that holds their union reflects or perpetuates discord, inequality, or embedded habitual patterns that keep them apart? What if the spectrum of wellness practitioners understood the fundamental role our home plays in all areas of our well being in a way that supported and encouraged our personal potential? As practitioners, we must understand, then help our clients understand how their space impacts how they feel and the circumstances showing up in their life. We must understand, then help our clients understand their space in a way which empowers their desired experience and outcomes, and ultimately their life. This is where and how we make impact and help make the world a better place, one person, one home at a time. Understanding the power of our home and mind means we are no longer subject to the silent language our home inadvertently communicates. We get to shift the perpetual patterns and cycles showing up in our life with greater ease because our home actually supports what we want. And we have an effective process for making certain our home aligns with our desires so our life evolves and expands ever further. NSL Integrative Design is about bridging the gap between the mind, the environment of home, and our desired outcomes. The industry relevance for neurospatial linguistics spans design, coaching, wellness, and consciousness industries. It's literally relevant to almost every spectrum of career, professions, and practice, and certainly lives. The industry application for neurospatial linguistics is vast. The design industry, life coaching, the mental health practitioners, relationship practitioners, cognitive therapists, wellness practitioners, health and medicine practitioners, acupuncturists, naturopaths, functional medicine, architecture, professional organizing, and personal empowerment, just to name a few. Here are a few niches for the design and coaching industry: house therapy, design therapy, holistic designer, holistic design coach, consciousness coach, transformational coach, plus wellness coaches, holistic practitioners, health practitioners, and general practitioners. Here are some career benefits from neurospatial linguistics. You can differentiate in a saturated market. You'll be on the leading edge of design, coaching, and wellness industries. You'll be on the leading edge of human potential in the consciousness movement. You'll develop a skill with distinct versatility, develop greater depth with client and participate in their personal success, increase confidence and personal empowerment. And these are just a few. So here's a list of client benefits. And what I want to add is that because you're going to learn this information, these are going to be your benefits too. And so you're going to benefit from the exact same things your clients get to benefit from. And one thing that I do want to add is everyone who's gone through this program, whether it's someone doing it for themselves or someone going through this program as a professional and using it with their clients, one thing that happens is our self-awareness grows, our higher consciousness develops, it elevates. And so this truly is an evolving and evolutionary program, because you can go through this program multiple times, and each time it's going to take you to a different place. So client benefits are also practitioner benefits on a personal level. So it helps clients actualize their deeper desires and intentions, enhance client outcomes and overall well-being, enhance client self-awareness and self-understanding, increase confidence and personal empowerment, help reduce stress within the home and mind, enhance creativity and clarity, move beyond self-sabotaging fears and blocks, develop new habits supported by their environment. And this is just a few, like the list literally goes on and on. By incorporating NeuroDesign into your practice, you can provide a unique and powerful service that not only helps clients achieve client goals, but also enhances their overall quality of life. Enhanced client outcomes, clients experience improved mental and emotional well-being through environments that support their nervous system and wellness goals. By considering both the internal and external environment, you can provide a more comprehensive and effective wellness plan. Addressing environmental factors help clients sustain positive behavioral changes and maintain their progress over time. By the end of this certification, you're going to understand the interconnected relationship between your home and mind and what's showing up in your life. You're going to understand the science behind how your home opens the possibility for a new way of creating. You're going to learn the exact methodology for using home as a catalyst for desired change. You're not only going to experience your home through new eyes, you're going to open up an inspiring and empowering sense of possibility for your life and that of your clients. So here's a bit of the methodology that you'll be learning in the program. Is we dive deeply into the relationship between home and mind and environment and outcomes. We go deeply into the language of home, which is neurospatial linguistics. We deeply explore the interconnectedness between each room in our home with specific areas of our life and how to adapt, optimize, and curate those spaces to get results, beneficial results within those same areas. You'll learn how to read, assess, and adapt spaces which support, encourage, and even accelerate client desired outcomes, experience, and objectives. And then you also receive a how to practice manual, which shows you step by step how to implement this work with your clients, whether they're in person or virtual. So, our primary ethos is that our client is the guru. We are just the guide. They hold all the wisdom, and we are the ones holding up the mirror and shining a light and helping them through this process of creating sanctuary, creating a space which becomes a canvas and catalyst supporting whatever it is they want. And so understanding one's mind with the interdependent and interconnected relationship between environment, mind, nervous system, and outcomes as the pathway to our higher dreams, potential, and consciousness. So let's do a quick program overview. So the structure of the NSL Integrative Design program, it's all online. There are video modules and presentations. It's mostly listening. There's not a lot of reading. It's mostly listening to the videos and watching the presentations. I designed it to go at your own pace, and there is absolutely no design experience necessary. There's 3 different levels, and you'll have lifetime access. Every week, we have group Q&A calls, And it's almost every week, but with holidays and things that come up with my children and such, it's 36, a minimum of 36 calls a year. So level 1 is the reset program. Level 1 is where you get to experience firsthand the benefits of neurospatial linguistics and the power of home and mind for yourself before you begin implementing this approach with clients. I feel like this is really important for you to experience how profound this work is for yourself. And that's just going to build a ton of enthusiasm when you bring it into the workplace with your clients. So the reset program is a fundamental step for learning and acquiring the neurospatial linguistic knowledge base on a deep and personal level. Level 1 sets the foundation for effectively and empathetically working with clients. So you learn the principles and methodology of NSL Integrative Design as you implement the approach within each room in your home in a way that engages the hidden potential of your home, your mind, and your desires. And P.S., it's so much fun. Like, it's so much fun. And the calls are a blast. The women, it's mostly women at this point, they span the globe. So it's this beautiful international community. And it's already a bit intimate and there's vulnerability. And so we have this opportunity for deep connection because we're talking about our life. We're talking about our space. It's fabulous. So the reset combines our foundational programs in one highly curated experiential model. And those three include the magnetic home, the magnetic mind, and the desire code. And so the magnetic home goes room by room through the home and sharing the interconnected relationship with what's going on in our environment and then also what's going on within our mind. The magnetic mind does a deep dive into the subconscious, self-sabotage, survival mode, and helping us understand the architecture and operating system of our own mind. And then part 2 of that is perception and self-perception. And remember, perception is how we interpret our world into meaning. And sometimes how we interpret is actually inaccurate. It's erroneous. It's counterproductive to what we want. And so that's the part of the magnetic mind component. And then the desire code, everything is based on our desire. And so the desire code gets us much more comfortable with what we want on a visceral level and explains the sort of the architecture of desire and the significance of desire. And that's the core of the entire program. So when you go through level 1, expect change within your home, within yourself and your life. And this is it accelerates our emotional and spiritual intelligence. So you're going to love it. Level 2 is the evolving program, and it's evolving in the way that I'm continually adding to it, but it's evolving because it's a program that takes us where we are, and we will evolve into a much more expansive place once we go through it. And it meets us where we're at, and it takes us where we're ready to go. And so in this way, the entire program is fabulous whether you're in survival mode or whether you're on your way to transcendence. It meets you where you're at. It's definitely an evolutionary program. So level 2 provides the bones of the program where you learn the science, the philosophy, and methodology behind neurospatial linguistics. And as I said, this level is ever evolving. And so some of the things you can take a look at this list and see, these are just part of the aspects of the program. There's much more, but no need to put the whole program on one page. It would be too hard to read. Level 3 is where you receive the proprietary formula as a practitioner. So in level 3, you receive the NSL Integrative Design How to Practice Manual, which gives you the step-by-step formula for working with clients. This guide also allows you to integrate the methodology into your new or existing design, coaching, or wellness practice and profession. And once you've completed level 3 with mastery, you'll be invited to join our network of practitioners across the globe, as well as link your practice as a certified NSL Integrative Design practitioner of NeuroDesign and consciousness on our website. Going through this program, you're automatically going to become a pioneer on the forefront of home and mind. We're pioneering a new field, which is transforming the future of design, wellness, and human flourishing. We're the only whole person, integrative, and results oriented approach to design and higher consciousness that's based in epigenetics, neuroscience, and human ecology. So imagine becoming a leader on the ground level of a field that truly is revolutionizing the way we approach design and human potential. I haven't even mentioned the fact that manifesting and higher consciousness are byproducts of this work. It happened accidentally. After doing this work for a number of years, I realized that manifesting and higher consciousness just happen. When we align our home and our mind with what we want, manifesting and higher consciousness just happen. It just happens. So let's just do a quick 101 on manifesting. It's important to know that as human beings, we are manifesting creatures. We cannot help but manifest. Like, we're constantly manifesting. The problem is we don't like to call it manifesting unless we're creating something we actually want. Then we take the credit for being a manifester. But we're all manifesting every day, all day. We're manifesting, we're manifesting, we're manifesting. Now we want to know, how can I manifest more of what I want? That's the big question. The good news is manifesting is just an alignment game. It's aligning our thoughts, our beliefs, our expectations, our feelings, our energy, and our environment with what we want. Like, that's it. Like, that's the formula. That's like the $1,000,000 recipe. Align your thoughts, your words, your beliefs, your expectations, your feelings, your energy, and your environment with what you want. That's it. That's the secret. When we implement neurospatial linguistics and the NeuroDesign methodology throughout our home, our level of awareness and self-understanding expands. We become the curator of our life and the master of our mind. And manifesting and higher consciousness are simply byproducts of the work. So remember, our home holds a hidden potential for our life. Within us exists this potential. Our home and our mind are our co-creative agents for whatever we desire. Let's do a quick review. Neurospatial linguistics is about using your home, your furnishings, and decor in a specific way, which soothes your nervous system, supports your lifestyle, encourages your deeper desires, enhancing the quality of your life and your enthusiasm for simply being you. We curate your space room by room to trip up the subconscious by interrupting the autoplay of outdated and counterproductive narratives from your past to create new neural pathways that engage and activate the life you want, the life you love calling your own. What we believe and how we think, feel, and behave determines or undermines the possibility and probability for everything else. Okay, so I know it's really helpful to have testimonials. So you can see I crammed as many on this page as I could. So if you're feeling like, yes, this is something I want, and I would love to hear what other people are saying about the program, this is the spot. And I have lots more on my website, so feel free to take a look there. It's really one of the things I love most about this program is the connections that we make, and hearing the triumphs and the successes and the shifts that have happened in people's lives just going through the work. Okay, so how to begin, how to dive into neurospatial linguistics, integrative design. This is something I'm actually really proud of. I've developed a new method of exchange that I call the integrity pricing model. It's a new model for global exchange. I've worked to create a pricing model that moves beyond the limitations of exchange rates and personal circumstances, and it simply requires mutual integrity. Here's the formula. Consider what's financially doable for you, and at the same time, a bit of a financial stretch. And that's it. I cannot tell you what that price is, only you know. But what I do know is this method of exchange works. When we offer in equal measure the edge of our ability with our enthusiasm and value, something truly alchemical happens. So ask yourself, if this program will transform my life beyond ways I'm able to imagine, how much am I willing to invest? I cannot tell you what that price is, only you know, and I trust the integrity between us implicitly. So I'm letting you choose your price. For the next 5 days, I'm opening up my integrity pricing model for you. This means you get to choose the price that best suits your financial situation, your exchange rate, with your desire and ability. Simply choose the option that best matches the integrity of your ability. You can pay full price, or you can use full price with payment plan options, or you can get financial assistance with a full payment or payment plan options. I want to make this simple, and I want to make it an easy yes for you. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is with the certification program, you also get free access to the Reset community. It's the Remind and Redesign community, which it's a beautiful place for connecting with amazing like-minded people across the planet, sharing your progress and the shifts you're noticing as you create and curate change. And just knowing that there's a place where you belong. There's a place you don't have to do this alone. And also, that's where there's discussions with me and other teachers and other students. So you are automatically brought into this community. And this is your reminder that this is special access to the integrity pricing, and it expires after 5 days. So right now, you get to choose the price that best works for you. After 5 days, then it will be just the normal price. If you're feeling you're unsure you're ready for this next step, it's totally okay. I get it. Just know that whether you're looking to develop your career on this leading edge of mind and design or not, your home is influencing you in your life on both subtle and profound levels. And so I want you to take advantage of what your space holds for your life, your future, and your own sense of support and fulfillment. So just be aware that your home is your ally. Your home wants to support whatever it is you want in your life. So don't miss this opportunity for cultivating and nourishing this relationship with your home and letting your home support whatever it is you want. If you would like to communicate with me directly, you can reach out on Instagram. My handle is at School of Holistic Design, and I would love to hear from you. And it can be about the program, it can be about anything else. I love audio messages as well as texted. Audio just adds another element of humanness to connection. So I would love for you to join me in pioneering this new approach to human flourishing. For the next 5 days, you get to choose what price is best for you and get free access to my Reset community. If you have any questions, I would love to hear from you. And I'm so excited to share this process. I'm so excited to enhance your experience of yourself, your life, and your home, and support you in bringing that to your own practice and profession. We're literally changing the future of design, human flourishing, human potential, and higher consciousness. In closing, I just want to thank you for sharing your time with me. Thank you for trusting me with your time. Thank you for letting me into a little envelope of your world. And I invite you to join me on this path of neurospatial linguistics and bringing this message and work and methodology out into the world, because it's not only inspiring and empowering on a personal level. Something happens when we get to help others sort of expand their sense of possibility and probability for themselves, and sharing these tools and sharing this approach and watching and witnessing how it expands their own sense of self and the clarity that it brings into different areas of their life. It's an honor. It's truly an honor, and I would love to share that with you. So, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to what's unfolding.